Hey, welcome to channel. I am Benjamin Flyer, and this is here we covering everything airports rules, the hacks and the stuff airlines really don't want you know. If you are new here, hit subscribe and post 3 times a week. Now let's talk about what do the moment your flight gets cancelled and a solid day late. You are sitting in the airport. You look up at the board and next to your flight, instead of the gate number, you see one word cancelled. Your stomach drops. You have no idea what to do. So you do what everyone else does. You join the massive line at the airline counter and just wait for an hour, maybe 2. Here's the thing, while you are standing in the line, other passengers, the ones who know what I'm about to show you, already booked, already heading to a hotel, and in some cases already flying for up to 615 cash compensation. This video is your step-by-step playback. Let's go to it.
Step 1, and this is the most important thing I'm going to say in this entire video. Do not get in line. I know it feels like the right move. Everyone's doing it, but that line is going to take 45 minutes to 2 hours. And by the time you get to the front, all the good rebooking options may already be gone. Instead, do these 2 things simultaneously. First, call the airline's customer service number right now. While you walk away from the gate, their phone agents have the exact same rebooking power as the counter staff, sometimes more, and you'll get through faster. Second, open the airline's app and check if you can rebook yourself directly. Most major US carriers, Delta, United, American, let you rebook for free through the app the moment a cancellation is triggered. You can sometimes get on a flight that departs in 90 minutes, all without talking to a single person. Okay, step 2, know your rights. And here's where it gets interesting, because the rules in the US are actually different from Europe, and most people don't know which applies to them. If you're flying within the US, the Department of Transportation doesn't require airlines to compensate you with cash for cancellations. I know, frustrating. But they are required to give you a full refund if the airline cancels and you choose not to rebook. No vouchers, no credits, actual money back to your card. On top of that, most major US airlines have what's called a customer service commitment. Delta, United, and American have all pledged to provide meals, hotel, and transportation when the delay or cancellation is their fault, meaning it's not weather-related. This isn't law yet, but they've committed to it publicly, and you can hold them to it. If you're flying to, from, or within Europe, this is where it gets really good. EU regulation EC 261/2004 kicks in, and it's one of the strongest passenger protection laws in the world. Here's what it covers. Cancellation with less than 14 days notice, up to 600 euros compensation per person. Delay of 3+ hours on arrival, same compensation scale. You also get the right to meals, hotel, and transport while you wait, regardless of the reason. The compensation amount depends on flight distance. Under 1,500 kilometers, 250 euros, 1,500 to 3,500 kilometers, 400 euros, over 3,500 kilometers, 600 euros. One exception. If the airline can prove the cancellation was caused by extraordinary circumstances, like a severe storm, air traffic control strike, or a security threat, they're off the hook for the cash payout. But meals and hotel, still their responsibility. So the first thing you need to figure out is, was this cancellation their fault or weather? Ask the gate agent directly. Get it in writing if you can. Step 3, And do this right now, before you do anything else. Document everything. Take a photo of the departure board showing the cancellation. Screenshot the notification from the airline. Save your boarding pass. Don't throw it away. And from this point forward, keep every single receipt. Food, coffee, transportation, hotel. If the cancellation is the airline's fault, you can submit those receipts for reimbursement. And they have to pay them. I've personally gotten $40 airport meal reimbursed just by attaching a photo of the receipt to an email. If the airline offers you a meal voucher, take it. But still keep your receipts as backup in case the voucher doesn't cover enough or gets rejected at a restaurant. One more thing. If you're told there's no hotel available and you have to find your own, book something reasonable, keep the receipt, and submit it. Airlines will often reimburse a standard hotel rate, even if they initially say they can't help. Step 4. Once you're home and the dust is settled, file your compensation claim. If you were on a European route and the cancellation was the airline's fault, you could be owed real money. Here's how to go about it.